Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am excited to make this amazing dish. It is my beef curry and cauliflower rice, and it is, you can do two ways. So I'm going to tell you what those ways are in a second. And we're using a little bit more than 2 pounds of beef. You can use also just 2 pounds of beef. And Grammy went to get the cauliflower rice. And this is super simple too, because you don't have to prep anything. That's been like the name of the game right now is, the name of the game of cooking right here right now is to cook something that doesn't require a lot of extra prep, which I love when things don't do that. And this is a 1-pot meal. So this is one that you serve all together, you make it all together, and it cooks all together. And I just realized I did not turn this on. So, thumbs up, hearts, share this video. Tell me where you're watching from. We are in Colorado, and where we are doing our world school trip. So for our homeschooling, we do world schooling, which means that we travel for a month at a time every 3 months. That's what our rhythm is. It's not the rhythm of every person that does world schooling, but it's what our rhythm is. And the girls are right now actually in their Mandarin class, because part of us for world schooling is to learn multiple languages. So they're learning Mandarin, French, Spanish, and English. I only speak Spanish to them. They speak all 4 languages, and with varying degrees of fluency. And it's amazing. What languages do you speak? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know. And there's so much learning that can happen when you're in a new environment. When you're in a new environment, even if it's one like here, that's my parents' house, where we've been multiple times, then it still is new. There's still new things to be learned and had and done. My mom, Tina. And so I want to know about you. Where are you from? What are you watching from? And what, I'm going to tell you the secret switch that you can do in here. It's up to you on what you do. There's 2 secret switches. They're not secrets, but there's 2 ways that you can switch this up. So I'm going to be using coconut milk tonight. You can use heavy whipping cream. Which would you use? Put it in the comments. I'm using coconut milk tonight, and you could use heavy whipping cream. And the other switch is that you could either use all onion powder or fresh onions. If you want to do less, this is not yet thought out. If you want to do less preparation, let me make sure I have the thing on. I do. If you want to prep less and you have less time, then you can use onion powder. If you have time and you have onions, then use the fresh onions. So I'm going to tell you the differences in the quantities of that in a second. So in my meat, I am going to add a couple of my seasoning first. So I'm going to add and I'm going to make sure I tell you exactly the right thing that I just looked at in my recipe. Oh my God. Sorry about the delay. Now, we're going to use onion powder. We're going to use a tablespoon of onion powder. Or you can use a half to a full onion if you're using regular onion. So tell me if you would use onion powder or fresh onion. So I'm gonna put that all over here. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half a tablespoon of pink salt. Half a tablespoon of pink salt to my ground beef. And then I'm going to add garlic powder. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, or this is equivalent to 6 cloves of garlic, or 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. So I'm going to use garlic powder. Which would you use, fresh, minced, or powder? Tell me in the comments. I actually didn't ask my mom which we had. I just asked for this. We could have used maybe a different one. And then we're going to add a couple more ingredients, a couple more. Actually, we'll do one of those right now. So we're also going to add a tablespoon of curry powder. My mom said to use this little guy up first. There's really not very much in here, but we will. All right, so curry powder. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. And if you like curry, put like it in the comments. If you don't like curry, leave it in the comments.
Leave it.
Zariah says, leave it. I say, love it. You can put love it in the comments too if you want.
Love it.
My mom says, love it. I know my dad says, love it. Okay. So this is 1 tablespoon of curry powder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to, I feel like my burner is not hot.
Let me see.
I need to understand what's going on.
This is hot.
Well, yeah, but it was here. Okay.
And you need to move the thing so it's...
Okay. All right. Now we're going to mix this all together. I'm starting to get this to defrost a little bit. And put this all in. And we're almost ready to add, after this gets started to cooking, then we're going to add our cauliflower rice and the rest of our ingredients. So, I am doing my best to get this to cook fast so that you don't have to watch the beef browning. But it is a little frozen. All right, now, as I get this, I'll tell you what the other ingredients are a little bit. My mom is trying to get the clumps out of the frozen cauliflower. She's making a lot of noise back there.
Yeah, sorry.
She's making a lot of noise.
Almost done.
So tell me what you did to move your body today. I learned that intense body weight exercise movement can actually count for a lot if you do it to your max. Like if you do it till you can't do it anymore. So what I did today was I did 150 squats, and at that point I was feeling pretty dead. Like I couldn't go much more. I might have been able to do a few more, but not very many. And so when you do that, you can focus on a muscle group, and then you can do a different muscle group the next day. And that actually makes a lot of progress for your muscles if you do that. Even as much as just doing something that's less intense and less difficult for you, like a 5 on the scale from 1 to 10 of difficulty, to something that's more like a 10. Like what I did today was a 10. Yesterday, hi Mary. Yesterday I did this. I can actually feel it because I did it so much. I did this and this and this and just again and again and again. I just went to here and I feel it right here today. A lot. And I did that until I couldn't do it, which was like, I think I did like 350 or so. But it didn't take me overly that much time to do that. It took me maybe 5 minutes. Maybe. And I can feel my muscles today, which is great. It's really exciting. And my legs, I can definitely feel, I'm going to feel my legs. I already feel my legs. I'm sure tomorrow I'm going to feel my legs more. So tell me what you did to move your body today. My girls and my parents went on a walk. I needed to get some more work done. She went on a walk. She also lifted her arms a lot. Yeah. And she feels it in her shoulder muscles too. So really cool if you do these exercise snacks that you can actually do so much. I was breathing hard. I actually like lifted my shirt up because I was so I was so hot and had breathed so hard and my heart was racing because I was doing those 150 squats. Now, you don't have to do 150. You're doing it until your max. And that might be 25. That might be 50. It might be 100. It might be 300. I don't know.
Need more of this?
Yeah, 3/4 total. All right, we are almost done with this meat to where I can do something more. Sorry for the delay.
I think that's 3/4.
All right, we're almost there. Or I can like break through it.
I flip it.
I do. I already did.
Oh.
And flip it again. Move it around. Flip it again. Move it around. We're almost there. I'm going to see if maybe if I move this around, move this over here. Ooh, this one's broken up. Okay, once this gets broken up, you can cook it at the same time as your cauliflower rice. You just want to make sure, obviously, that your beef is cooked when you're done cooking. it with the cauliflower rice. No.
Oh.
That's why I didn't put them in the book yet.
Oh.
All right, so now that I've got this broken up, now we can add the cauliflower rice and the other ingredients and then let things saute after I get all that together. So I'm going to, my mom is adding the cauliflower rice. We're adding 2 packages of cauliflower rice, so that's between 20 and 24 ounces.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to slowly mix this in with my meat.
I need a bigger pot,
Yeah, she does. She really does.
but I don't cook this much for us.
True, that's true too. All right, can you go ahead and put that somewhere?
I didn't get this guy beaten up.
Okay.
No,
Definitely, if you don't have a big pot, you can use like a big soup pot, and it will help you because otherwise you have to go kind of slow.
yeah.
Where you could go a little faster.
I do have a soup pot.
Yeah.
You could transfer.
Okay. So to this, we're gonna add a bunch of stuff. It's not a whole lot though. So I'm trying to get it mixed before I add a bunch of stuff. But, and I have dwindling time. Okay, now, let's do, oh, I feel it, I hear it making less noise. Okay, sizzling less. Because the other things are gonna need to be mixed in too. So now we're gonna add a tablespoon of avocado oil. Actually, could I get a different tablespoon?
Yes.
I'm gonna add 3/4 of mayonnaise. This is avocado oil mayonnaise. This is like a saucy curry dish. 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. And then a tablespoon of avocado oil. Here's some more healthy fat. And then we're going to add a can of full fat coconut milk. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, Mom. I'm gonna need help with a towel or something, a paper towel. It's going on to the... So it's better if you pour it where it's gonna go in and not overflow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I hear it sizzling in the... All right. So let me see if I can move this around. Good note to self. Don't use this pan if you're gonna have something
That big.
this big. Okay, I'm trying to move it so that the coconut milk gets moved over to this side of stuff. All right, now to this, we're going to add a little bit more. We're gonna add some more seasoning. And we have one more seasoning to add that we haven't used yet, and then we're adding some more of the seasoning that we have already used. So once we get this all moved around, I'm trying to kind of wait till some of this gets a little bit easier to move because it's cooked a little bit more. But I guess I could do that. Now we're going to add our cinnamon. We're adding cinnamon, and we are adding a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So my cinnamon, yeah, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we're going to add, and that's going to give this like a hint of sweet. Well, the coconut already gives it a hint of sweetness. This is going to give it a little bit more of a hint of sweetness in the curry. It's so great. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons more of curry. So here's 1, 2 tablespoons more of curry. And here's another. And then it's going to be pink salt to taste. So I am probably gonna add another half of a tablespoon of pink salt, but you can add slower if you want to make sure. I'm gonna add just 1 right now so that this is making a total of 2.5. And then you can add pink salt to taste. And then if you want to add any cayenne pepper to your portion or to the whole thing, I will be doing that to my portion as usual. And this is, you're gonna then let everything saute and cook together until all the meat's cooked. And by that time, all of the cauliflower rice will be cooked as well. So it's gonna be another like 20 minutes or so of cooking. Oh, this is able to be mixed around now. All right, so that is, I'm looking around at my ingredients. That is it. You can use, instead of if you don't like coconut milk, use heavy whipping cream. And if you don't like cinnamon, you can skip the cinnamon. And then everything else you can use as is. Oh, and the onion, if you want to use fresh onion. If I had more time, I probably would have cut a fresh onion and put that in here. So it looks super soupy right now, but it's gonna start cooking down. And then you're just gonna stir it so that it makes sure that, well, especially for us because we didn't brown the meat all the way. If you brown the meat all the way first, then you can do less cooking afterwards, like 10, 15 minutes with the cauliflower rice. This is it. So it looks like it's gonna be really soupy, but it actually is gonna cook down quite a bit. And we've finished. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. Definitely try this. Yes, definitely try it. Jeanette is so good. Especially if you like curry, it's so good. And if you like coconut, it's really good. Have a wonderful night from my house to your kitchen. Global flavors, and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.